Hey everybody, it's me, Andrew. Get out into nature and tune in for yourself. Resonate with the Earth's electromagnetic field via 432 Hertz, the universal frequency. Balance out psychologically and emotionally, and further strengthen your brain and your heart's coherence as well. Get a plant based diet going for yourself today and nurture yourself right back into life. We are literally herbivores in nature. Further balance out your physical body's pH level and get with alkalinity. Then you can generate some static electricity. Send me some love telepathically. Set attention to your mind and set intention to communicate. That is all there is to telepathy. You are now tuning in to great days. And today I'm going to go into the music industry a bit, or even the industry just a little bit, the entertainment industry. And I'm going to go over some of the different individuals or people who actually were completely bought out, by some other person, or even just the Matrix to do their work, So yeah, it's gonna be very enjoyable. It's gonna be a appealing video to most of the younger audience. So today's video is they bought these people. Now, let's get right into it, alright? So, the first person that the Matrix actually completely bought out or just paid out to perform for them or act for them is Billie Eilish. Okay, so Billie Eilish, Billie Eilish, no disrespect to her, no disrespect to any of the celebrities or musicians on this video, but the truth is that they were completely bought out by another person. So let's get into it. Once again, the first person is Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish, once again, was a very, very talented musician. She still is a very talented musician. She literally came up from just practicing in her room, okay? Maybe she was always secured financially with her support that she would get as a younger person. But basically what had happened is that eventually she went into a label or a record company, and this completely changed her life very rapidly, okay? She became a world-renowned musician, and basically Billie Eilish was bought out, okay, by the Matrix. So the Matrix has a specific formula that they are working with, they basically turn these artists to a state of dependency upon a label or a record company, so that they can start looking for a job with these companies. And then once they feel as though life has battered them down, or maybe that they can achieve some otherworldly success through music, which they can, they then turn to these record labels or these companies which have been subliminally conditioning them all their life to basically come to the point of selling their life away to that same record company, okay? So basically what I'm trying to get at is that the Matrix conditions people's who are artistically talented at a younger age in order to build their character, so that this character that they develop, or this personality that they develop through this conditioning that the Matrix projects onto them, will then drive them towards record labels or companies that are actually within those same conditionings or programs that they are projected onto, and then that once again drives them to specific record labels or companies that will actually overrule their entire artistic creations, their music. So the whole thing about being bought out or selling your soul, is what some people call it, is that you sell your soul. You aren't able to truly be free. You aren't able to make what is truly in your heart, because a record label or a company or a label will basically put rules and restrictions onto your music, and you won't be able to talk about certain things. Let's say you were a revolutionary and you weren't able to speak in your music or express in your music some of the things that you absolutely wanted to, and that's what being bought out is all about, or selling your soul. And Billie Eilish was one of these individuals. So now she's basically working for the Matrix, and this basically has a artist expressing through their music, obviously, things in which the Matrix supports and creates, instead of their own true sources of intelligence and creation. So basically they're working for the man, they're working for the machine, they're working for the Matrix to put people to sleep instead of bringing people into their higher spiritual natures. Okay, so the second person who was actually bought out, or the second group actually that was bought by the Matrix, was Earth Gang. Okay, so Olu, Johnny Venus, and Dr. Dot, or Wow Great, basically the two peoples of Earth Gang were completely bought out by the Matrix, or it was actually Dreamville that bought them out and gave them a record label or a labeling. And you can say that J. Cole is a conscious artist. Of course he is a conscious artist, but when it comes to conscious and civilization or society, consciousness in the spiritual community is still, just like everybody, heavily conditioned and programmed to be within a certain labeling within society that isn't truly conscious, but more so of a fixated conscious state of being, in the way that they are still acting upon those same conditionings, terms, and services and regulations that society induces into people. And just being within a society and living within all of that brings your consciousness down heavily. So what I'm trying to say is that they were bought out, even though they are conscious artists. Okay, they have said this multiple times in their own music that they are awake, however they are still asleep as well. They chose both the red pill and the blue pill. Okay, and that basically portrays to the Matrix, or corresponds to the Matrix, and the red pill being the one to bring you into consciousness or wakefulness, and the blue putting you back to sleep. So they are both asleep and awake, and they are working for the Matrix. Okay, so today, sorry guys, I don't know what that was all about, but the third person on the list who was actually bought by the Matrix was Dr. Dre. Okay, so Dr. Dre is literally a father of the hip-hop community, or the rap community, or even just music in general, right? He's a great poet. He's a great artist. He is a phenomenal person in the least, okay? And the whole thing about it is that he was bought out by Apple, okay? And this is when he actually sold his beats by Dr. Dre to Apple for about $1 billion. This secured him for literally lifetimes upon lifetimes. Okay, maybe it secured him for this lifetime and his next, and then the next few. All right, but the whole thing about it is that with an invention by one of the earlier hip-hop fathers being bought by one of the biggest technology companies that there is on the earth. This basically is symbolic for being controlled by that technology. So now that Apple has put in a large amount of money into one of the fathers of hip-hop's inventions and took control of it, there is still emotional influence that is being put into fluctuation from this transaction. And basically he is owned in a way, even if it isn't consciously known, but I'm sure that he is conscious of this, but he is owned in a way by Apple, and whatever Apple wants to do with it, he is going to be basically influenced by Apple, and this is further going to influence hip-hop in its entirety, being he is a father of hip-hop and being a large icon of it or role model of it. And then this is further going to move the masses along with it, who are literally within the hip-hop community. So you see how Apple or the big tech actually has control of this, just like a metaphysical leash they have on the masses, they have on Dr. Dre, and they have on themselves, you know. So that is a little bit of the dangers of the music industry, or just even selling your soul, or even just people being bought out by the matrix or the machine. So I do thank you guys for watching once again, and I hope you did enjoy the video today on being bought out by the matrix and some of the different individuals being bought out by the matrix. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to comment down that you enjoyed, leave a like, and I will do a part 2 on this video with 3 different more individuals, and I will go further in depth to how the matrix is actually buying people out, how they create the personalities of people, and they draw them in like a alien racist tractor beam, literally at perfect times of dependency within their lives. So make sure to subscribe to the channel once again and help me reach 100 subscribers. Drop a like to the video on the right of me and support the channel once again. Generate some static electricity from the ethereal body, the spatial body, or even the first layer of the aura needs to be strengthened and realized for the collective rise in consciousness. I love you guys. Have a great day and peace out.